Coming up, a new Resident Evil 5 adventure, Lost in Nightmares. Our Heavy Rain review, is it a new genre? More wet nastiness, Aliens vs Predator reviewed. Oh, and some brand new stuff on Lego Harry Potter. The Aliens vs Predator films may well have been rubbish, but we can't think of much better source material for a sci-fi themed first-person shooter. So it's no wonder that hopes have been high for Sega's Aliens vs Predator, especially as it boasts separate single-player campaigns for each species: colonial marines, xenomorphs and predators. And a multiplayer mode where all three species fight it out, toe-to-toe to toe.
Come on, Private. Let's get you on your feet.
Let's kick off with the Colonial Marines campaign.
We have a potential xenomorph infestation here. That's right, a bug hunt. So make sure
you land on planet BG-386 at a mining colony run by the familiar Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Behind the scenes, they've been secretly researching a xenomorph alien hive. This may have seemed like a good idea until the acid-blooded killing machines escaped and slaughtered everybody. Before long, you're separated from your squad and must face a desperate fight for survival. Things actually manage to get worse, because after a while you discover that there's a predator hunting party visiting the planet too.
Please leave.
You've got an arsenal of weapons lifted straight from the movies, like the distinctive-sounding M41A pulse rifle, the trusty M240 flamethrower, and the aim-assisted M56 smart gun. Let's rock! There's also a melee and counter-attack system that's useful when the Xenos get a bit too close for comfort. A palpable feeling of suspense is achieved through a combination of exploring dark areas by torchlight, the urgent pings from your movement sensor, and the alien's tendency to jump out at you unexpectedly. As you might expect, though, it's fairly standard first-person shooter gameplay for the Marine. Imagine Doom 3, designed by H.R. Geiger, and you're pretty much there. Moving on to the Aliens campaign. You play as a xenomorph that's hatched in a Weyland-Yutani lab. Tests quickly identify number 6 as an exceptional specimen.
Number 6. I remember this one. Mr. Weyland thinks there might be something special about it.
A security failure then enables its escape. Objectives are sent telepathically by the Queen.
Excuse me.
Hang on, that looks like a text message.
the xenomorph.
In short, she wants you to go on a rampage across planet BG-386, killing anything that gets in your way. The xenomorph's lack of any kind of projectile weapon doesn't make them any less deadly. Razor claws, a spear-like tail, and powerful jaws filled with metallic teeth are all you need to get by. You also benefit from their unmatched agility and can negotiate any surface with ease. Combine this with the ability to smell the location of your victims, and you won't find it hard to kill with lethal efficiency. You'll soon start to think in their terms, finding crevices or dark spots to hide, moving into prime positions above your targets, then, when the time is right, launching a swift surprise attack. Being the Xenomorph provides a distinctly different gameplay experience, but out of the three, it's our second favourite. Last but not least, let's examine what the Predators campaign has to offer. BG-386 was once an ancient Predator world, so when they're alerted to the situation there, they send in a team to contain the xenomorph outbreak and find out what's disturbed the hive. Playing as one of these elite intergalactic huntsmen, you have all their fancy extraterrestrial technology at your disposal. Weapon-wise, there's the shoulder-mounted plasma charger, which can be fired in quick bursts or powered up to completely vaporize your victim. You can drop mines and then use a cunning voice-throwing technique to lure your prey to their death. The Smart Disc is a razor-sharp frisbee that can be maneuvered in mid-air to shred multiple targets. Then there's the Combi Stick, a high-tech spear that will kill with a single, well-aimed hit. The gear doesn't stop there either. You've got a thermal vision mode that picks out humans and a similar one for spotting xenomorphs. Add to that their iconic active camouflage and the ability to leap to the best vantage points, and it's easy to see why these dreadlock reptilians are the ultimate hunters. The mixture of gadgetry and stealthy stalking gameplay makes the Predators part our preferred third of the single-player campaign. We'll conclude our review of Aliens vs. Predator later in the show. Heavy Rain is more of a psychological thriller than a game. It's written and directed by Quantic Dream's CEO and founder David Cage, who for years now has been attempting to create compelling interactive stories.
The souls here are grey and withered.
His first game, Omicron, the Nomad Soul, was a flawed but promising collaboration with David Bowie.
Astaroth created the video game called Omicron in order to capture them.
Next came Fahrenheit, which focused heavily on character development and took the player through an emotional paranormal thriller, self-described as an interactive film.
Hey, Martin.
So, what happened?
It used unconventional controls and quick-time reactions for decision-making.
Well, the coffee's not on the bill.
Do it inside, that way.
The visual style foreshadows Heavy Rain. In fact, it's so similar in style and feel that we bet 10p that Heavy Rain started existence as Fahrenheit 2.
In 5 years on the force, I've seen some murders. But you never really get used to death. You just learn to live with it, that's all.
Know what you mean. Lots of things have been said about Heavy Rain. It's an interactive film noir, a new genre. Actually, what it is a whodunit story, with a control system that mixes conventional control with a sophisticated spin on the quick-time event reaction mechanic. Quantic claim it's a non-linear story with your decisions impacting on how things unfold. But have the developers pulled it off and created a new way to play games? Or will this game just be left out in the rain?
You have not reached your destination.
OK, it's time to find out if Heavy Rain delivers on the promises. The action focuses on a series of murders committed by the Origami Killer. Missing children are found on waste ground, drowned in rainwater, clutching an origami figure. You play the story from 4 characters' perspectives, moving between them all during the course of the game to piece together the interwoven story and track down the killer. You begin playing as Ethan Mars, an ordinary family man, but a series of tragic events sees his son Sean become the latest child to be abducted, and his own sanity is tested as he tries to save Sean before it's too late. Madison Page is a journalist who suffers from insomnia and can only find peace in seedy motels. A chance meeting with Ethan drags her into events.
Sir? Are you all right?
My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective.
Scott Shelby's your typical hard-boiled gumshoe, brought in by the families of the victims to hunt down the killer where the police have failed.
He doesn't have anything personal against the victims. That's why he covers their faces with mud.
And the police, in despair, bring in an FBI profiler, Norman Jayden, who uses some serious technology to try and catch the origami killer.
Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest.
Your actions during the game have a direct result on how the story plays out. Various paths are opened by questioning, finding clues, or even by morality choices.
I don't want to die.
So, as well as play through the story, you also write some of it as you go. It's clever, but also deceiving.
Back away, slowly.
No matter what you do, you're always brought back on track if you veer too far off course. For example, clues you miss will be fed to you later.
Okay, freak, the show's over. You're under arrest.
Okay, let's pause our Heavy Rain review for this.
Well, there have been a lot of Harry Potter games been made so far. None of them have been able to do what we do, and that is really add a little Lego twist to everything and make things a bit funnier.
Yep, the guys at Traveller's Tales have worked their magic on all things Hogwarts, and here for the very first time in full is the opening of the forthcoming Lego Harry Potter. The first hour and a bit of Philosopher's Stone in 2 minutes 30, if you please.
Oh. Oh. Huh. Oh. Ah.
Still to come, our verdict on Aliens vs Predator. And Heavy Rain, and more exclusive Lego Harry Potter.